Just to explain my vote, Mr. President, the reason why I abstained from voting is that we should require the presence of the applicant here in the Senate. If she is really interested in acquiring Philippine citizenship, she should be present here at the gallery right now. Like the presence of Mr. Malik, I think he's very interested in acquiring Filipino citizenship. But the applicant that we are discussing, that we are deliberating right now, is absent. So that is the reason for the vote of abstention, Mr. President.
We will relay, and that, for the record, Mr. President, this should not be a precedent for future citizenship applications as well as approvals on third reading, Mr. President.
All right.
Thank you.
Senator Jigo Estrada.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just one question addressed to the good gentleman from Pampangan, Quezon City.
Willingly, Mr. President.
Wasn't she informed about the invitation today?
Yes, she was informed, and that there was a family emergency, if I'm not mistaken, which required her to leave. The other concern, Mr. President, is that the SBP has said that she needs to have her passport processed by April so that she can participate in the competitions. And therefore, if we are to resume sessions in May, then her passport will not be processed in time, Mr. President.
And a little leniency because it's the first time that we are approving the citizenship of a female athlete.
That is correct, Mr. President.
So it's the first time. Why not? Ba't di pagbigyan? Di ba? And
Thank
that's
you.
what we did. That is what we did.
Thank you,
All
Mr.
right.
President.
It coincides with Women's Month, and we just had a program for the women senators, the book launching of the women senators of the Philippines, all 24 of them, from Geronima Pecson all the way to Aimee Marcos, Risa Ontiveros, Pia Cayetano, Loren Legarda, Camille Villar.
That is correct, Mr. President. And the principal author of this measure is Senator Pia Cayetano.
Yes, yes.
And my dear colleagues, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for your overwhelming support of Senate Bill number 1910 under Committee Report number 37. This bill, which provides free financial literacy education for overseas Filipino workers and their families, mark another significant step forward in safeguarding the well-being of our migrant workers. The approval of this bill on third reading demonstrates our unwavering commitment to supporting OFWs, not only concerning their physical health and safety, but also in protecting their hard-earned money. We all recognize that these earnings are the result of their hard work and determination abroad. Although this legislative measure may appear simple and brief, it represents a substantial advancement toward helping OFWs secure their futures. By promoting financial literacy, we enable our migrant workers to make wise monetary decisions, avoid predatory financial scams, invest wisely, and build financial security for themselves and their families. And with the passage of Senator Joel's OFW Remittance Protection Act, makakasiguro ang ating mga kababayang OFWs na mas lalo pang mapangalagaan ang kanilang pera na bunga ng kanilang di mapantayang dugo, pawis at sakripisyo. Mr. President, dear colleagues, again, thank you so very much for supporting this bill. May we continue to reciprocate the sacrifices made by our OFWs. Good afternoon. Thank you again, Mr. President.
May I just insert into the records some of the bills that I wanted to explain my vote. But for the meantime, Mr. President, may I just manifest my vote on SBN 1917. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the measure we have just approved on third and final reading is rooted in a simple but profound objective to do what is good for our fellow Filipinos, particularly for the millions of overseas Filipino workers whose sacrifices sustain countless families and contribute significantly to the progress of our nation. With the passage of Senate Bill number 1917, or the Overseas Filipino Workers Remittance Protection Act, This chamber has taken a meaningful step towards safeguarding and hard-earned remittances of our migrant workers and ensuring that the fruits of their labor reach their loved ones fairly and transparently. Ginoong Pangulo, sa gitna po ng patuloy na tensyon at sigalot sa gitnang silangan, kung saan marami sa ating mga OFW ang nagtatrabaho, napapanahon na po ang pagpasa ng panukalang ito sapagkat pinapatibay nito ang ating pangako at tungkuling pangalagaan ang bunga ng kanilang sakripisyo at tiyakin na makarating ng buo sa kanilang mga pamilya ang kanilang pinaghirapang kita. This bill introduces important safeguards. It ensures reasonable oversight on remittance fees and services, requires transparency in exchange rates and related charges, and strengthens financial literacy programs for OFWs and their families so that their hard-earned income can translate into long-term financial security and sustainable livelihood. Mr. President, at this point, please allow me to express my sincerest thanks to the members of this august chamber for their support and cooperation in the passage of this measure. We would especially like to thank Senate President Tito Soto for his valuable refinements to the bill, which will help ensure that the benefits of this legislation are immediately felt by our OFWs and their families. We'd like to thank again our fellow authors, Senators Camille Villar, Jinggoy Estrada, Rafi Tulfo, JV Ejercito, Mark Villar, and Kiko Pangilinan. We also thank the agencies and stakeholders who shared their expertise during the deliberations, particularly BSP, DOF, DMW, OWA, and the many organizations advocating for the welfare of our OFWs. Ginoong Pangulo, sa araw po na ito, muli nating pinatunayan na ang Senado ay nagkakaisa sa layuning protektahan ang kapakanan ng ating mga kababayan, lalo na po ang ating mga bagong bayaning patuloy na nagsusumikap sa ibang bansa para sa kanilang mga pamilya at para sa ating inang bayan. The passage of this bill brings us one step closer to a more just and protective system for our OFWs. Yet it is also a reminder of our continuing responsibility to create opportunities here at home so that one day no Filipino will be compelled to leave the country in search of livelihood. Hanggang sa araw po na iyon, mananatili po ang ating tungkuling pangalagaan ang karapatan at kapakanan ng ating mga kababayang kumakayod sa ibayong dagat. Muli, Ginoong Pangulo, maraming salamat at pagpalain tayong lahat ng ating Panginoong Diyos.
Magandang hapon po. Sa pagpasa sa third reading ng Senate Bill number 1908, pinapakita natin ang ating kolektibong mitiin na bumabalangkas ng balanseng mga mekanismo upang pareho maprotektahan ang kapakanan at karapatan ng mga sibilyan at magbibigay rin ng malinaw at makatarungang panuntunan para sa ating mga alagad na batas sa pagsagawa ng kanilang mga tungkulin. This bill is a product of our collective efforts to strengthen transparency and accountability in legitimate law enforcement operations. Civilians will be protected from alleged irregularities in raids, and while law enforcers will not be accused of corruption and tampering. Sa paggamit ng body-worn cameras, maalis ang pagdududa laban sa ating kapulisan kasabay ang pangangalaga sa karapatang pantao ng ating mga mamamayan. Sa bawat operasyon ng ating kapulisan, may body-worn camera na magsisilbing saksi sa lahat ng mga pangyayari. Ngunit hindi lamang ito sa isang ordinaryong witness, kundi isang witness na impartial. Sa huli, umaasa po tayo na ang panukalang batas na ito ay magiging mahalagang hakbang tungo sa pagpapalakas ng tiwala ng publiko sa ating mga institusyon at law enforcement officers at sa pagtataguyod ng isang tapat na sistema. Maraming salamat po, Mr. President.